When you think back on the time that you were sweetmeats with Stephanie Tubbs Jones, what's the first thing that pops into your mind?
Just how alive she was. I mean, in every aspect. First of all, she was a huge family person, and if you knew her back then, she didn't go anywhere without her father, Andrew Tubbs, her mother, Mary, and of course, young Mervyn at that time. And Mervyn was small. I mean, he was little. She took him everywhere. Big Merv, the dad, not so much. But little Mervyn and mom and dad, Andrew and Mary, were with her everywhere. She was just a total, complete, wonderful human being. I mean, you had loved her the minute you met her.
What was she like as a judge? What was she like on the bench?
She was actually fair. She wasn't a pushover by any means. People liked to be in front of her. She had an ectopic pregnancy at some point during her tenure on the bench, and Bob Feehan sat in for her. Well, you had to see the look on criminal defense lawyers' face when they were appearing for sentencing, and it wasn't Judge Jones, it was Bob Feehan, which was, not that she was a pushover, but she was very fair, and she wasn't dictatorial, let's say, or she didn't have the prosecution bent that some of the judges at that time did have.
She went on to become the first female African-American prosecutor in Cuyahoga County. She became a congresswoman from Cuyahoga County. When she was a judge and when you knew her, do you think she realized the influence she had as far as being a role model for so many young men and women?
Absolutely, absolutely. And you could tell that she was meant for bigger and better things than 19C, to tell you the truth. She was just such an infectious personality. She was extraordinary. And you knew when John T. resigned, and there was quite a battle with she and Michael Corrigan, who was the heir apparent, obviously, to his father's seat, and she mounted, being an African-American female, the most extraordinary campaign, and people just flocked to her campaign. I don't think it was even close. She had labor, she had basically the whole community, and Michael had prosecutors.
She unfortunately died so young. Where do you think life would have taken her?
Lord only knows. You know, at her funeral, it was 2008, and it was right in the summer. It was late August, the height of the campaign. I'm not sure whether or not you're aware of this, but the entire Democratic, at least congressional delegation, was here, as were Barack and Michelle Obama, Dr. Jill Biden, and Hillary and Bill Clinton all came. She was a huge surrogate for Hillary Clinton during that campaign, which had to be very difficult, being, you know, an African American, and Barack Obama being African American, and she was a loyal Hillary person. She, you know, I could see her easily having become Attorney General, if not gone no further than that, frankly.
If somebody came up to you today and said, "What's your best memory?" what would it be?
Oh, there's so many, actually.
What would you want people to remember most about her that wasn't necessarily in the public eye?
Just how genuine she was. I mean, she was just an incredible friend. She was an incredible, loyal friend. Fabulous. I'm gonna cry.
Anything else you want to add?
No.